thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how Google ranks your website in the search results and how you can take advantage of that by driving more traffic to the site and calls to your business by getting it listed on the first page. So what I've done just for comparison is I've done a search for masonry and paving, and I've just taken some of the top listed companies here as well as your company's website, and I put them all into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds on your site and then rates its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So if we just quickly look at some of the numbers of the competition, we can see why Google is recommending them higher up in search results than yours. But let me go into a little bit more detail on what these numbers mean and how you can improve them. Now, when Google is determining how to rank a website, it uses two factors. The first is what's called the authority or trust that it has in your site, which is basically just a popularity contest. Now, this authority is gained when other domains or other websites refer or link back to yours. They act as an endorsement that Google uses to build that trust because others are vouching for you. So just to kind of define these terms, if say the local news station did an article on the top 10 best masonry companies in the Boston area, and in that article the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Now, these backlinks can come from a lot of different types of domains or websites, including any kind of blog or posting sites, press releases, companies or manufacturers or distributors that you work with. However, one very important type is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory. Just like we have here, Super Pages, Yellow Pages, Yelp, Better Business Bureau. Usually these directories are free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and then input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. Now, if we just look at the number of domains and links that you have coming back to you compared to some of the competition, you can see why Google has more authority and trusts these websites more and therefore recommends them higher up in the search results. Now, just something to keep in mind is it's not just a matter of quantity of these links, it's also the quality. So we just can't have any website linking back to yours. It has to be from a site that Google trusts and then relative to your industry. So something to do with either masonry, paving, asphalt, construction, something of that nature. Now, the second factor for ranking your website is the content on the page. So we take a look at your page here. Google doesn't really care about the layout. It's really just a computer, so it's going to come in and count all the words and text on the page. It's generally looking for a minimum of about 1,500 to 2,000 words, depending on the competition, because it assumes that the more information you have on the page, the more of an expert you are, and then therefore the more likely it is to recommend you to searchers. Now, while it's counting all the words, it's searching for keywords. Any kind of word or phrase that might be typed into Google search, usually a service that you offer, and then sometimes the areas that you offer it in. Now, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have usually one keyword for roughly 100 to 150 words of text on the page. A lot of times, images like this, even though they have keywords in it, it's considered a picture or image to Google, and sometimes they won't get picked up. So if we look in here, I was surprised to find this many keywords given the amount of content on the page. But if we take a look in here, this shows you all the words and phrases that are being typed into Google search, and then the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where we do a little bit of research so we can make sure that the highest volume keywords are prominently displayed on the page in a way that Google can pick them up. And then if you say, for example, Masonry Boston is being searched 350 times a month. If you were on the first page of Google search results, they usually estimate about 10% of people searching will actually click on your listing, assuming that you're in the top of the search results. And then I don't know what the conversion rate is for your particular business, but let's just be even more conservative and say only 10% of those actually become customers and you do a job for them. You could be looking anywhere from 3 to 4 customers per month just off of having one keyword phrase ranked on the first page of Google search results. Now, obviously, the profit margin per job is varying, but you can just see how the sheer number of leads coming in directly to you, not being shared or purchased through anywhere else, can definitely add up to some revenue at the end of the month and at the end of the year. And what we do is repeat that same process for all the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you offer in the areas you want to offer them in, as well as seeing what other kind of keywords are on some of the competitors' pages that they're ranking on the first page for, and make sure that those are all being included on your site and picked up by Google so that way you can be getting all the leads directly. Now, if we go back to our search results, here at the top of the screen is what's called the Google Map Pack. It's a pretty important area to try to stay into because anywhere up to about 50% of people searching will just click on one of these top 3 links. In order to be listed in here, it's free. You just need to fill out your Google Business Profile, which is part of your Maps app, so you can do it right from a smartphone. When doing so, you want to fill out as much information as possible, including all the services that you offer, any service areas, even your hours of operation. Then you want to include geotagged photos from within your service area of your work, as well as posts onto your profile on a regular basis. You want to get as many reviews as you can. And then you want to find as many of those citations, your name, address, and phone number. You want to be listed in more directories than anybody else on this list. Then underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up on the list you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites will help you climb the list and outrank your competition. So I hope this information was helpful and it allows you to scale some of your online presence, but please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like me to go into any further details. Also, we could talk about your goals for the business, and then I can do some research on my end to figure out what it would take for you to reach those. And also, I always appreciate getting feedback as well to find out if information like this is useful for you. So please let me know what you thought with either a quick follow-up phone call or just reply to the email. Thanks, and I hope this helps.